Please like the video and hit the goddamn subscribe button. We're back with another video, this time from the lead attorney and Anton Daniels. They have a conversation about prenups. It's a pretty short video. Just thought it was a good conversation. Let's get to it.
Ask you one more question before I start bringing people up, though.
Yeah.
Lead. Prenups, postnups, things like that. I think that there's a misunderstanding in that prenups don't hold up as often as they do. I don't know, right? Because again, I'm not privy, so I try not to speak on things that I'm not aware of. Although guys that I do coach and they come to me and they do have significant assets and they work their way into life and they come to me and they say, Anton, I'm thinking about getting married, but I had the conversation with my future wife and she don't want me to, she's fighting the prenup or whatever. And I don't let them go into it at all. And I push them and they wind up getting the paperwork done, right? Can you give us some insight on whether or not prenups hold up and how often they hold up or modified, especially for regular everyday people?
Yeah, they hold up. They hold up all the time. Really, I don't want to say anything is 100%, but it's like 99%. Here's the thing about prenups. And you see that you're so right, Anton. This is one of the biggest misconceptions in the manosphere, and it's perpetuated for some reason all of the time. All these guys in the red pill community, I think they use it as another justification as to why men should not get married. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, you're gonna get, divorce this or divorce that. Prenups work all of the time, like 99% of the times, if you do them the right way. They're basically 4 steps. If you follow these just 4 steps, guys, it will absolutely hold up. Have there been prenups that don't work? Yes. Tons of them, right? The question though, when someone tells you that the prenup doesn't work, you need to ask one question. Really, it's one word. And this is the word that nobody in the red pill community asks. Nobody in the manosphere asks. They just stop. Say prenups don't work, stop. No one just says one word after that. Says, oh, this prenup failed. And they just stop. The word is why? Mm-hmm. Why did it fail? It's like, oh, well, Steven Spielberg, the movie, E.T. and all these other great movies, his Schindler's List and all that, his prenup got thrown out and he lost millions and millions of dollars. They just stopped. Just ask that one word, why? Oh, well, it's because he wrote his own prenup on a napkin. Oh, well, right? Damn. Once you ask that one word why can just open up. It can just like light. Like it can just fill the whole room and you'll see the whole thing. The whole room was dark. And then you open up, you pull back that curtain and just light flows in. And so many prenups get ruined because what is a prenup? Basically, it's a contract, right?
Okay.
Why would you decide to draw up your own contract if you're not an attorney?
Great point.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can say, oh, well, I can fix my car and I'm not a mechanic. Fair enough.
People be trying to say,
but with something that's so important, it's like trying to pull your own molar out or trying to operate on your own spleen. Just go to someone who does this every day. They're not even expensive. You can get a great prenup for $3,000. How much are you going to lose in a divorce with no prenup? It's going to be a little bit more than $3,000, right? So what do you need for your prenup to hold up? Well, first you should have it drafted by an attorney. Don't do it by yourself. Guys do their prenups by themselves and they put in there, oh yeah, my wife she can't ever in the whole marriage, she can't weigh more than 150 pounds.
Really?
Oh yeah, guys put so much BS. They don't work. Like any extra stuff that you put in there like that, the judge can throw the whole thing out. Right? An attorney's not going to put that BS in there. An attorney's going to play it straight. Right? Or that they'll be like, oh, okay, we're going to have 3 kids. And if we get divorced, I'm not going to pay child support for any of them. Yeah. Oh, this dude's prenup out. And then he's going to get his prenup thrown out. Then he's going to get in the red pill space of, oh, my prenup got thrown out. And no one's going to ask why. If someone asks why, oh, because I would never have to pay child support for my 3 kids. Well, of course it got thrown out. An attorney isn't going to do that. So get your prenup drafted by an attorney. Honestly, the gold standard is get 2 attorneys, one for you and one for your fiance, independent, so that she can't come back and say that she was coerced. She can't come back and say that she didn't understand, because she had a licensed and barred attorney representing her interests, negotiating for her. Get your prenup drafted by 2 people. You know, an attorney representing you, an attorney representing her, so that you are protected, that she's not going to come back and say she never read it or she didn't understand it, right? Number 2, list all your assets. A lot of you guys want to hide your little crypto. I remember back in the day, you wanted to hide your apps, right? Let the judge find out that you didn't put all of your assets in the prenup. It's going to get tossed out, right? Number 3, a lot of you guys, you're so scared of your wife that, you know, you'll plan the wedding. You haven't told her. You went to your attorney and he drafted a prenup and it's, 30 pages, but you're scared to tell your wife, your fiance. And so now you book the venue. Now you order the flowers. Now you got the caterer. You show up on the wedding day. She's got her 13 bridesmaids that have the hair, the makeup. They got the dresses on. They got the shoes. Both parents flew in. The best man flew in. Everybody's got the hotels. And you're standing at the altar and you're like this. Oh yeah, by the way, baby, sign this 30-page contract right quick. She's like, what? And
you would think that the lead is obviously exaggerating that story, but this is pretty much the exact same thing that happened to Steven Jackson, the basketball player.
Steven Jackson told a crazy story of when he left his fiancée after she refused to sign a prenuptial agreement. Signing a prenup wasn't an ego thing. He just wanted to protect the things he's worked hard for. Me and her sat down and agreed upon the prenup. Listen to me, y'all. We agreed on the prenup. Jackson reiterated. It seemed to go smooth, but on the big day itself, things escalated. The woman, out of the blue, didn't want to sign the prenup. We in the back room and the preacher come in with his assistant and my nanny come in with a spooked look on her face. She pulls me to the side and she's like, she still ain't signed it. So I said, I ain't getting married then. As Jackson was crying his heart out, the woman suddenly changed her mind. I'll sign it. But Jackson knew that the woman's seemingly fresh intents were already marred. Listen, I was born at night, but not last night. Anytime anybody signs anything where they're crying under any type of stress, that shit can get thrown out. So the shit she tried, thinking I was going to buckle so it could get thrown out. No, sweetheart, you chose your decision.
But I still blame Steven Jackson for that, because ain't no way his ass should have got on the plane to fly to their destination for their wedding and she still hadn't signed it yet. That's on him.
You're like, sign it right quick. Here's a pen, baby. The pastor's about to come out. The little 6-year-old's about to come out with the rings on the pillow. Sign this right quick.
That's crazy.
And she's like, what the hell? I've never even seen it. And now you become a man. Now you want to become a man. And now you're like, oh, well, if you don't sign it, then we're not getting married after you guys have spent 25 grand. 20 grand for you, 25 grand for you ain't nothing, Anton. 25 grand for normal people. Like, she doesn't have a choice. So what's she going to say? She's going to sign it. Yeah. And then she's going to divorce you 5 years later and the prenup's going to get thrown out. Why? Because you surprised her. You coerced her. It was undue duress. It was undue influence. She signed it under duress, right? A judge will automatically throw it out. You want your prenup to hold up, the gold standard, maybe give it to her 6 months before the wedding. That way she can't say that she was pressured into it. Some of you guys are trying to pressure and corner women into signing your stuff. It's not very manly. Give it to her 6 months before, and if she doesn't want to sign it, then you just take appropriate action then. Maybe that tells you something about how she really feels about you and protecting your interests as a man.
There you go.
Right? What's the last and fourth thing? Guys, just kind of be fair. Some of you guys put in the divorce that she can put in your prenup that she can marry you. Y'all can be married for 20 years. And if she divorces you, she walks away with $30. The judge is going to be like, come on, man. That's punitive. This is not a contract. This is like a punishment document that you want her to sign, right? So just be fair. So if you want your prenup to hold up, if you want to be able to sleep at night, follow those four rules and you're good. Don't listen to anybody in the manosphere. Listen to an attorney.
My biggest takeaway is leave it to an attorney, man. I think a lot of people try to save money, and I get it. Who doesn't want to save money? I think a lot of people try to save money and cut corners at inappropriate times and moments. You know, it's like you can do your own taxes. You can afford to pay someone to do it. Just pay an expert at it. They do it every single day. It's like cutting your own hair. You could save a few bucks trying to cut it yourself, trying to save 20 bucks instead of going to a barber who cuts hair every day, all day, and been doing it for how many years? And then my last thought would be, when it comes to the prenup, I believe in just being honest and upfront with people. I will be talking about a prenup the moment that I realize I may seriously be considering marrying this person. I will bring the prenup then. Like the lead attorney says, the best time is to give it to her 6 months before the wedding. If I'm feeling this woman and we're talking for months and I'm thinking, hey, it may lead to that, hey, I'll just throw it out. What do you feel about prenup, child support, etc.? Throw it out there, man. As the lead attorney says, worst come to worst, he's not with it. And I think that saves both of you guys time, because if a woman is going to object to a man trying to protect himself and his assets, that alone is a red flag in my opinion. Or if not a red flag, it at least tells you that's not the caliber of woman that you should be interested in having a long-term relationship. But hey, what the hell do I know? I just be smoking weed and making videos. You guys let me know what you think after party in the comments. My name's Theodore Cooper, but you can
Call me bitch.
do better.
Excuse me, bitches?